Right now, trillions of dollars are sitting completely paralyzed. This capital is trapped inside physical assets, rare numismatic collections, vaulted gold, and commercial claims that traditional banks simply don't know how to underwrite. The roadblock is built into the system itself. A lawyer can draft the UCC rights to an asset. A tax auditor can verify its digital provenance. A broker can manage the compliance risk. But these three silos speak completely different languages. If those disciplines do not perfectly align, institutional credit committees see a fractured narrative. When the data is scattered, they refuse the risk, and the capital remains stationary. Moving these assets into a bankable environment requires a specific technical bridge. A single legal argument or an isolated piece of software cannot solve it. It demands a systems architecture that links every specialized silo into one coherent language. C.MILES holds American Numismatic Association Credential 3238256 and operates as a highly specific anomaly in the financial sector, an architect fluent in law, code, and capital markets. His legal foundation comes from over 690 hours of training as a commissioned civil law notary. This gives him strict mastery over uniform commercial code frameworks, allowing him to legally structure secured transactions from the ground up. On the technical side, Miles is a master Web3 engineer and a certified ethical hacker, building the smart contracts and decentralized hosting environments that keep those transactions secure. He grounds this in practical finance as a multi-licensed financial broker. He understands exactly what underwriters need to see regarding compliance, asset custody, and ultimate liquidity. He used these overlapping skills to engineer a capital pipeline where enterprise software, Web3 decentralization, and UCC commercial law operate together as a single frictionless machine. To understand how this machine works, let's follow a single physical asset, a rare numismatic coin, as it moves through the pipeline to become usable capital. This diagram illustrates the base layer, asset submission and identity verification. The system establishes procedural truth through strict authentication. The process then applies UCC Article 9 and 12 protocols, packaging the physically verified coin into tamper-evident data as enforceable collateral. This legal foundation is absolute. Without physical and legal verification at the intake level, any subsequent code or smart contract is commercially meaningless. Once the legal evidence package is assembled, it moves to the middle layer of the stack, where it must be made unalterable. The system runs the evidence manifest through a cryptographic hash, creating a unique digital fingerprint, and anchors it to decentralized IPFS hosting. This blob, surrounded by blockchain security nodes, illustrates the decentralized containment of that hash on the comply chain guard and notary chain ledgers. This layer enforces a strict security mandate, the creation of a zero-knowledge mathematical proof where no private keys or passwords are ever exposed during the verification process. The result is a transformation. A paper-based document, vulnerable to loss or alteration, becomes a permanent, cryptographically sealed record that any authorized party can verify. However, a Wall Street credit committee cannot underwrite a raw Ethereum transaction hash. They need structured, recognizable data. That is the function of the top layer, the Justice Fund Exchange dashboards, and the PHUL SaaS platform. As the authorizer interacts with this data array, a React and Node.js architecture translates raw blockchain code into a compliant interface. This allows for automated KYC AML flows and LEI API wallet verification. This top layer provides institutional lenders with a clean user interface, backed by the cryptographic and legal certainty they require to deploy funds. At the end of this pipeline, a dormant physical collectible has been successfully transformed into liquid commercial paper. With the risk isolated and mitigated, these verified assets can now secure a 60 to 70% loan-to-value ratio, providing the capital injections needed to fund million-dollar commercial projects. This physical stamp sitting atop glowing digital nodes captures the core philosophy of the system. Sound money is verified value under lawful PHUL. Cryptography alone cannot enforce a legal claim, and legal documents alone cannot prevent digital tampering. True capital requires both. By merging legal compliance with decentralized ledgers and enterprise software, C.MILES has built an architectural foundation for institutional-grade capital deployment.